YouTube? Came in here. Today I have another landfill exploration video. I didn't get to film at the dump, so I forgot to. Yeah. So let's get started. First is this cool, like, pink glass. I'm gonna use that for drinking. As you can see, it has a pink tint to it. Yep. Then there's this Sheffield milk bottle. It has a faded label. Let's see if I can show it. It's pretty much the same as one I already have, which I'll show now. Here it is. It's actually exactly the same, except this one's in like mint condition. You can see it says Sheffield Select Milk, Seal Test, National Dairy Products Corp. You can see it's exactly the same pretty much. Yep, pretty cool. And it's double-sided, same on both sides. Yep, pretty cool. Bye. Yep, you can tell it in the light, it's the same design. Then I found this Coke bottle. Yep, I'm not keeping that, that's just for selling. It's from New York, 1949. Then there's this whiskey. I'm gonna sell this too. At least try to. Philadelphia, you can see it's federal law forbids, so it's not too old. 51 if I'm not mistaken, 1951. Not sure about the date code for this company because I don't know what company it is. Glass company. Yep. And there's this. I'm not gonna keep it. I would keep it, but it's such bad condition label that I'm not gonna keep it. Veep. Really cool. Unfortunately, it's labeled in terrible condition, so I'm not gonna keep it. I might be able to sell it for like 25 cents or something. I don't know. I'm gonna try. Yeah. And this is cool. I believe this. Sorry, I fell over. I'm crouching. This is a Ford hubcap. I believe it to be Model A because I believe I found one of these before. So this one's in better condition than my last one, which I actually gave away to someone who has a Model A. Yep, as you can see. I'll look it up and share the information. Introduced to the public in late 1927 as a nude Ford car, the Ford Model A could trace its roots all the way back to the establishment of the Ford Motor Company in 1903. Actually, the first car produced by the developing auto manufacturer was labeled the Model A. Henry Ford would work his way through a series of letter designations for his automotive creations before settling on the successful formula that would become the Model T. In the years that followed, as America's roads and driveways filled with Model Ts, Henry Ford would have been reluctant to significantly tamper with his beloved car's design. It was only in the face of plummeting sales by the mid-1920s, the result of a buying public that sought the modern upgrades offered by Ford's competitors, that Ford finally relented in an unusual business move. Ford halted production of the Model T in May of 1927, shutting down the entire production operation for 6 months to allow for retooling and final development of the new Model A Ford. Working under an impossible deadline, Ford managed to get the design and production requirements in place for the release of the new Ford car by November of 1927. Henry's son, Edsel Ford, had unsuccessfully tried to convince his father to abandon the Model T years earlier. Unbeknownst to his father, Edsel had been secretly working on the development of a new car that would ultimately play a significant role in the design of what would become the Ford Model A. Unlike its predecessor, the Model T, which was the result of an evolving process of design, the Model A was designed complete from the ground up. The Model A was truly a new Ford car. Mechanical upgrades for the Model A included a new 3-speed transmission, hydraulic shock absorbers, and 4-wheel mechanical brakes. Other significant improvements were an electric starter, water pump, speedometer, and gas gauge, and the introduction of the triplex safety glass. The styling of the Ford Model A, elegant and integrated compared to the Model T, brought Ford into the modern era with a vehicle that looked more like a car and less like a horseless carriage. Henry Ford created a sense of hype and mystery surrounding the release of the Model A Ford, relying on the media to reach the buying public and generate interest in the new Ford car. Shortly after the Ford Model A was made available to the public on December 2nd, 1927, orders for the new car far exceeded supply. Ford scrambled to increase production and by mid-1928 produced up to 4,000 cars per day and was still not meeting the buying public's demand. In an effort to meet demand, Ford steadily boosted production, peaking at around 9,200 cars per day by June of 1930. During its 4-year production run, the Model A Ford was offered in a wide variety of car and truck body styles. For 1928, Ford offered several different passenger car bodies: Standard Phaeton, Standard Roadster, Standard Coupe, Special Coupe, Sport Coupe, Business Coupe, Tudor Sedan, Town Car, and Leatherback 4-door sedan. Truck bodies included open cab, pickup, closed cab, pickup box, A-panel delivery, double A panel delivery, and deluxe livery. In 1929, Ford expanded the options for passenger car body styles by adding the steelback 4-door, skip the list, and Briggs versions of the Town Sedan, as well as Murray and Briggs versions of the standard 4-door. Standard 4-door was also introduced. Options for truck bodies remained the same as previous year. I'm going to skip to the actual history. In 1931, the final year of Model A production would mark the most extensive offering of passenger car and truck body styles in the vehicle's brief history. New passenger cars for 1931 were the Deluxe Tudor, Slant Window Cabriolet, Slant Window Standard 4-door, Slant Window Town Sedan, Slant Window Deluxe 4-door, and Convertible Sedan. Like the rest of the nation, the Ford Motor Company would endure the effects of the economic depression that began with the stock market crash of October of 1929. Despite reducing prices for 1931, Ford continued to see a steady decline of new car sales. Perhaps learning from his mistake of sticking with the Model T long after the public regarded it as outdated, Henry Ford had been actively working on a new design for 1932. The successful development of the new V8 Ford for 1932 would ultimately put an end to the short but successful run for Henry's Lady, the Model A Ford. And since around the 1940s and 50s, the Model A has been extremely popular for making hot rods and rat rods. Okay, next, there's this little part of a toy. It says meter feeder, coins, keys. Yep. See if I can find anything on that. Oh, it was from a moldy tool. It was an ice scraper, brush, meter feeder, coin and key box, and bottle opener all in one. And this is cool. It's paper. I don't know how it survives. You can see it's buried in the dirt with the 1940s and 50s stuff. It says a great convenience when you want it, when you want just a cup or so. White rose tea balls. And the corner of the paper came off. It's right here. Pretty cool though. You can see it again. It's like thick paper, that's why it survives probably. Nothing on the back. And this is pretty cool too. Look, it's like a stoneware jar. I believe it'd be 1930s because I found one like this before. Let's see. This is not genuine unless bearing. What does it say? You know what? I'll just read the other ones. I think it's the same. W.P. Huntley's label, I think it says. I'll show the other one now. It's different, interestingly enough. You can see there's much more lines. But this one has a crack in it. You'll see what it says on the bottom, and the bottom is not glazed on this one. It's probably why it's readable. It says not genuine unless bearing W.M.P. Hartley's label, and it has the logo. Yep, pretty cool. But this one has some glaze errors, as you can see. That's why it's so hard to read. Yeah, you can see it's all like bumpy on some parts of this. Okay, and that's all. Oh, actually, is this button? Yep. It's all. Hope you enjoyed. Bye! One bonus item because I kind of forgot to mention it before I stopped. But this was in a bucket of water outside because it had ants in it, but I believe the ants are probably all drowned or got out of the bucket. Because there was an ant's nest in here, they started coming out. It's an old fishing reel. This was not in, this was on the surface though. So I'm not sure it's old, but I think it is. Here it is. Still has fishing line on there. Look, really old looking. It has a label. I think I might be able to read it in the light once it's dry. So I'll research that and at least show you what it says now. Yeah, pretty old looking. And that's all for real this time. Hope you enjoyed. Time to reel away.